So many network marketers fall in love with a health and wellness product, and then they realize that there's an incredible opportunity to build the lifestyle and income of their dreams. But what happens when you get started and you run out of friends and family to talk to, and what you're doing on social media just isn't quite getting you where you want to be? Well, the truth is it's probably not your fault. It just takes a little marketing know-how that you may not be getting from anywhere else. So on this podcast, I'm sharing with you the secrets that I've been able to learn from all of my top earner friends and mentors. I'm pulling back the curtain on exactly what it takes to get people excited about the wellness products that you have to offer, to help people improve their lives, and to get you to the rank that you want to be at. My name is Soraya Goddard, and this is Secrets to Marketing Your Wellness MLM. Hey guys, what's up? Soraya here. I am recovering from a cold, so if I sound like hell on this recording, that is why. I'm all nasally, and I'm also hanging out with my dog in my living room right now. My little dog Olive, she's a miniature dachshund, so if you hear an errant bark while I record this, that is why. I wanted to record this on my phone right away before I lost this thought. Number one, because I'm behind on recording podcasts because I was down for the count for like 3 days. I managed to actually drag myself into my regular job, but I was coming home the last week and just collapsing on the couch. So I didn't get a whole lot of marketing and or podcasting done. But anyways, I had on the agenda to record a couple different episodes tonight now that I'm feeling a little bit better. But I was just on Facebook and I saw something and it reminded me of a topic that I have been wanting to talk about for a long time. And this was just, I don't know, it was just the perfect opportunity. So I'm going to tell you a quick little story. Back in July, I happened to see an ad on Facebook for a local event. And I live right outside of Washington, D.C. And it was about 25 minutes away. And it was I think it was called Success Resources or something like that. Anyways, it was a Facebook ad and it was talking about an event with Gary Vee and Tony Robbins and one of the guys from Shark Tank and all these like famous people. And I thought, amazing. They're coming right to my hometown, basically right down the road. How cool is this? I'm in. And it was a weekday and I would have had to free up that weekday, but not a big deal. And then I looked at the ticket prices and they had a whole range of ticket prices, and ticket prices were anywhere from like $39 to, I don't know, $1,500. I was like, $39 to see Tony Robbins and Gary Vee? That's weird. Like something just didn't sit well with me. And if you don't know who those guys are, you don't follow those guys, that's fine. But Tony Robbins, like his base event that he, his UPW and all those kind of things, I mean, they're multiple hundreds of dollars, like $500, $600, $700 for the cheapest ticket. Gary Vee, same thing, very expensive, right? So I knew that something was weird. So my logical assumption was that they probably weren't going to be at the event for very long. They would come in, they would do a 30-minute thing, and the rest of the day would be filled with, who knows, right? Some other people. I assumed that it was other marketers or other personal development type people in that same genre, and that it would probably be filled with, random people trying to sell their book or whatever, their program from stage. So I kind of weighed the pros and the cons, and I thought, you know what, I'm not really sure that I want to dedicate a whole day to do this. It just wasn't, if it was Tony Robbins and Gary Vee for a whole day, I'm in, take all my money, right? Of which I still need to get my butt to UPW. I haven't been able to make any of the dates happen this year, but it's coming up soon. I digress. I knew for this particular event that I weighed both sides and I decided that it wasn't something that I wanted to invest a whole day in. And that's okay. No big deal. Wasn't saying the event was bad, just I wasn't willing to take a whole day to dedicate to an event where I knew that I was only going to get to see Tony Robbins and Gary Vee for a very short portion, or what I assumed, and then a bunch of random who knows what, because I dug into the agenda and I couldn't figure out, who was filling the rest of the day, right? Didn't think much of it. The event was in August, so it is now October. Just again, didn't think anything of it until yesterday, or I guess it was last night. I saw someone on Facebook had posted an article, I guess the same company and the same tour with Gary Vee as the headline, although minus Tony Robbins, had made its way to Australia. And there's an Australian blogger that wrote basically a review of the event and how disappointed she was and how it just was not what she wanted it to be, that Gary Vee did exactly what I suspected. And this is not a knock against him, but that the event was him on stage for 30 minutes and the whole rest of the day leading up to that was, random author slash marketer slash, coach slash fill in the blank all day long pitching their thing. So she was not happy with that. And of course, I saw this article on a Facebook thread that another friend of mine posted. And so there was the discussion. So that all leads me to some comments about it. So some of the comments on this thread were, to me, a little bit concerning. And they are things that I used to say and that thankfully I now catch myself from saying, and I think that they are very applicable to you listening. So that's a big old lead in to the discussion about money and your mindset, okay? One of the comments on this Facebook thread that prompted me to go grab my phone and start recording this right now said, I hate stuff like this, or I'm paraphrasing, right? But I don't like events like this where you just get pitched. I want to make my own really high-end event with no pitching. So here's my problem with that. My problem with that is that if you agree with that statement, or if you aspire to have events where you aren't selling things, or you just don't like people pitching you in life in general, then you probably have some money blocks. In fact, let me rephrase that. You definitely have some money blocks. And here's why. Selling is not a bad thing. I have talked about this before on this podcast. I will probably talk about this as often as I humanly can until nobody will listen to me anymore. Selling is not a bad thing. Selling is not a bad thing. And moreover, selling is a great thing in my mind. And here's why. Somebody sold you your house. Somebody sold you your car, which allows you to get to your place of work. Somebody sold you the clothes that you have that keep you warm. Somebody sells you the food that you eat on a daily basis. Selling is a good thing. Selling is a good thing, right? When you paid for your groceries, you probably didn't get mad at the person who sold them to you, right? No, because you wanted that grocery bag full of, whatever delicious food that you were going to make. Now, for some reason, we don't extend that mindset to anything else, or many people have challenges with extending that mindset of, hey, I am grateful that someone is selling me something that I need and or want. And we don't, for some reason, especially in the world of network marketing, we have a hard time applying that same mindset to the products that we sell. And quite frankly, because we dismiss our products as extra or not necessary in life, or something that maybe we feel guilty about selling. And I am here to tell you, if you want to succeed in life, and especially if you want to succeed in network marketing, you have got to stop telling yourself and stop being scared of selling. You've got to stop telling yourself that selling is a bad thing. Selling is a beautiful thing. Someone sold me the gorgeous, ridiculously unnecessary coffee mug that I'm drinking my coffee out of right now. And guess what? I love them for it, because this coffee mug makes me happy. And it absolutely brightens my day when I use it every single morning. There are things in life that we are happy to buy. And I've talked about this a little bit before, but I want to dive into it more today. When you are selling something to someone who wants the transformation that you are selling to them, wants the feeling that they will get when they use your product, it is a match. It is a match. And that is a good thing, because that person is grateful that you asked them to buy your thing, because it gives them some sort of benefit in their life. And you should be proud of that. You should be proud of that. It does not have to be solving world hunger for you to be proud, right? Or your product does not have to be solving world hunger for you to be proud of it. I am extremely proud of the fact that my products help people in their life. It helps them emotionally, it helps them physically, it helps them in so many different ways. And you should be proud of that too. And not only should you be proud of that, you should be willing to shout that from the rooftops. I am happy to sell people these things because it makes their life better. It might not be necessary for food and shelter, but it sure does emotionally and physically make their lives better. And that is something that's amazing. So back to my initial, the conversation that I heard on Facebook, after reading that someone might be wanting to hold a marketing event where you just learn and nobody sells you anything, I say that's a missed opportunity. I will tell you that my life changed when I went to a marketing seminar, a 3-day marketing seminar 2 years ago, and I had no idea that I was going to be pitched on a mastermind and a coaching program, a year-long coaching program. I had no idea. And guess what? As I was pitched that, I was like, oh my God, this is what I was looking for, and I didn't even know it. I had no idea. And sure, it was a lot of money, and sure, I wasn't really expecting the pitch, but was I angry? No, because guess what? I could have said no. Nobody forced me to buy anything, but guess what? I joined that coaching program. I paid a lot of money for it. I think $25,000, somewhere around there. An exorbitant amount of money, considering I was brand new in network marketing. But I knew that is exactly what I wanted to do. That is exactly what I wanted to buy. And I bought it, and I not only loved it, I got every dollar out of that plus some. Then I renewed again and paid for a second year. And then I renewed again and paid for a third year. So here's the deal. Selling is a good thing. Selling is how we transform people's lives. Selling and pitching, right? Because sometimes we associate the word pitch with something spammy, okay? But let's just talk about selling in general. Selling is an amazing thing. People sell items, and you sell items as a network marketer. We don't just share like some leaders like to disguise it as. No, you sell stuff. You don't just share. Sharing doesn't net you any income. Sharing doesn't net anyone anything. Selling is where the transformation happens. Not only that, if you can identify a person who is willing to buy, not being forced to buy, right? If you offer something to them and they say, yeah, absolutely, I would love to buy that, then that means they are open to the transformation. They are open to changing something. They are open to trying new things. And that is a fantastic thing. How many people's lives have been changed by the reps in your company because they have sold your products to other people? A lot, right? A lot. If we just handed samples out for free, would those transformations be the same? No, absolutely not, right? If this discussion, number one, makes you uncomfortable, if you do not like the idea of selling, if you do not like the idea of asking people for their credit cards, then I would offer you probably need to do a deep dive into your money mindset. There's lots of resources online. I could probably make a whole list of books, but you can start to Google money mindset, listen to quite a few thought leaders. There are plenty of books on Amazon. I'll stop there because I could probably quote 4 or 5, but I'll let you find the ones that resonate most with you. But your money mindset will determine your success in network marketing. And here's where it shows up if you don't have a good money mindset. If you do not have a good money mindset and you are scared to ask people for the sale, you are scared to tell people that you are selling something, and you have fear over asking for payments, you will not put yourself out there. And you will think about your business all day long, but you won't take any actions. Or even worse, you'll take action in ways that don't actually produce any income for you. So if you find yourself screwing around on Instagram all day long, posting pretty pictures, but never asking for the sale, then you probably aren't making the income that you think you should be, right? If you find yourself on Facebook posting all sorts of really cool, posts, but not ever reaching out to anyone and having the conversation about the transaction. If you're just waiting for someone to come to you, you need to get more aggressive. You need to probably take a look at any kind of resistance that you have around asking for the sale. Now, there are classy ways to do that, right? I'm not saying that you go and beat people over the head with asking for the sale. I'm saying that you need to learn to ask things like my friend Jeff Altgilbert shared with me that I love. Hey, do you see yourself using the product, or do you see yourself doing the business? And make that offer, right? That is a pitch. There is nothing wrong with that pitch, because if the person on the other end comes back and says, I don't really see either. Okay, cool. Thanks. Appreciate it. I really wish you the best of luck. I can't wait to see you on Facebook or whatever, right? And then you move on. No big deal, right? So that's one way to pitch someone. There are plenty of trainers out there that can walk you through very specific things. In fact, I've actually, in some of my giveaways on my website, I talk you through some general wording that you can adapt for your personality to prospect people online. And, we have got to be fearless, because if you are worried about the way that other people perceive you, you will never be able to grow your business. If you worry about other people judging you, you will never be able to grow your business. And ask me how I know this, because the first year that I was in business, I was terrified, absolutely mortified, terrified to reach out to somebody. Now, I don't even think about it. Definitely don't even think about it. And some of you will say, well, I'm worried about my, high school science teacher that I reconnected on Facebook. She might hate me if I ask her. So what? So what? It doesn't matter. It does not matter, because your vision for your future and your vision for how you want to grow in this industry and your vision for what you want to achieve in your life does not depend on that person's approval. Your cousin's brother's best friend's aunt, who you also see on Facebook, who cares what they think? So let's start knocking down these terrible money mindsets, and let's stop using words that shame people about selling. Let's start using words that talk, that show people that selling and buying is a good thing, right? Let me give you another example. When was the last time you walked into insert your favorite store? Whatever. For many of you, you like to hang out. I know a lot of my girlfriends like to hang out at Target, right? They like to go treat themselves to a shopping day at Target, right? There are stores, whatever. If that's not you, if you like to hang out at, Nordstrom's, or if you like to shop online, one of my favorites at Shopbop, right? I like to spend money at places. There is nothing wrong with that. So why should we feel like selling our own products via word of mouth is any different? Why should we be ashamed that we are selling things? Every single one of you, the people in your lives, sells something. They sell something. Now you're saying, no, Soraya, I'm a teacher. I don't sell anything. No, that's not true. You are shaping behavior and incentivizing people all day long. You're just not doing it directly with those kids for a monetary transaction. Okay, anyways, I think I've probably gone through this thoroughly enough. But if you have a money block, if you associate selling with something negative, if you are fearful to talk to people about your products, then please start looking at your money mindset. Here's a simple thing to do. Take a look. Let me give you 48 hours. In the next 48 hours, just look around at your life through television or radio or anything else about the way that people talk about money. And usually it's positioned in a negative light. It's positioned in a way that if you want money, you are wrong, or you are greedy, or you are evil. Note that. Give it 48 hours or even 24 hours and just take a little pen and paper out and mark down the number of times that you hear an association of money or selling or being rich as negative. And you will start to realize that the messages that we hear from the time we are very, very young are so ingrained in our culture that we can't help but assume that wanting to sell and wanting to have money and wanting to grow our business and wanting to be successful is a bad thing. But guess what? You will never transform your own life, and you will never transform anybody else's life if you don't get comfortable with that idea and you don't start loving the idea of selling your products and loving the idea of growing your money and loving the idea of growing your impact on other people and loving the idea of achieving what you want in life. Okay, guys, I hope this helped you. If you have money blocks or if this at all helped you in any single way, I would love to hear from you. I know a lot of you guys are reaching out to me on Facebook. In fact, I just got an amazing Facebook message this morning that made my morning about how much people love this podcast. So please either screenshot this if you're on your phone and post it to your Instagram stories, or send me a note on Facebook and share it with someone who you think might also benefit from this message. Talk to you soon. Bye. Hey friends, I hope you enjoyed Secrets to Marketing Your Wellness MLM. Before you go though, I have something for you. If you are looking to grow your audience online via social media so that you can have people getting excited about your products and reaching out to you to learn more, then you need my cheat sheet that has 50 health and wellness Facebook Live topics that will attract an audience to you. It also walks you through the secret 4-part formula that you can follow on both Facebook and Instagram that is proven to have people reaching out to you. And when you get it, I am also sending you guys an audio file for those of you who love to listen to the information on the go. You can get both of those things at www.sorayagoddard.com/podcast. Again, that's sorayagoddard.com/podcast. SORAYAGODDARD.com/podcast. Thanks so much. Chat soon.